WCBS 880 will cease operations on Monday. It has been an honor to deliver your news, weather, and traffic, and to be a part of your lives for nearly 6 decades. Beginning Monday, we invite you to turn to 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes. We'll give you the world. On Monday, WCBS 880 will no longer broadcast the news. WCBS has been the Tri-State's trusted source for decades. We will always be grateful to you, our listeners, and to the men and women who made the station one of the premier news operations in America. Household names then, like Ed Bradley, Pat Summerall, and Jim Donnelly. To the voices of today, like Wayne Cabot, Steve Scott, Bridget Quinn, and Tom Kaminsky. And of course, to the hundreds of people who work tirelessly behind the scenes to make WCBS 880 News such an important part of the daily lives of so many. An important message to our Mets fans. Every pitch of every game will still be heard right here on 880. For news, weather, and traffic, we invite you to tune to 92.3 FM, home of 1010 Winds. All news, all the time.
Somebody famous had a birthday today.
One more time. Celebrity birthdays for Saturday the 23rd.
I could even help you study if you want.
Tristan, you bad boy, and Gilmore Girls, and Charlie and Dawson's Creek. Buffalo native actor Chad Michael Murray is turning 43. New York City native actor Carmine Giovinazzo, Detective Danny Messer in CSI New York. Giovinazzo, he's turning 51. Comedian and actor Dave Chappelle, also 51. Selma the 13th, among her credits. Actor, director Ava DuVernay is turning 52. Daisy. Singer Kristen Osborne is turning 54. Former host of NBC's Meet the Press Sunday mornings, CNN political analyst these days, David Gregory, also 54. Emmy Award-winning actor Marlee Matlin, Coda, Children of the Lesser God back in the day in the 80s. She's turning 59. Anthrax. Is that singing? Do I call him singer or a shouter? Either way, John Bush is turning 61. Comedian and TV host Craig Kilborn, 62.
Come on, eyes front telephone number.
555-2467, sir.
Mahoney hitting on fellow cadets in the Police Academy movies. Brooklyn native actor Steve Guttenberg, 66. Frank Fontana in the old show Murphy Brown. Brooklyn native actor Joe Rigobuto is hitting 75. Actor Ann Archer, you know, the wife in Fatal Attraction who was cheated on and had her family's bunny boiled in the kitchen. I can't get over that bunny. Archer is turning 77. And Shy Lights, singer Marshall Thompson, original member, is turning 81. A tradition, an institution, and a standard bearer for news, specifically radio news, is disappearing. That is a shame. That was a quote from retired Associated Press reporter Skip Foreman, who's listened to the station over the years, referring to WCBS. He posted it on my social media page a few days back, and we're thankful for all the support over the years and over the last 2 weeks after finding out our fate. It's been an absolute honor to serve, and make no mistake, news journalism is a public service. Knowing what's going on around us is key to a functioning democracy, and it is our duty, all of us actually, to appreciate this public service. The end of 880 as we know it is a reflection on the state of news in this world these days, and losing all these stations and newspapers for understandable reasons on all ends can, however, one day lead to us all realizing we, the people, will be unable to maintain our drive for a more perfect union. Let's get to Bloomberg Money News now on WCBS.
The theme of a meeting at Microsoft HQ next month is never again. Attendees are to include cybersecurity companies like CrowdStrike, the firm that crashed Windows systems around the world last month. And they will talk about preventing another global tech meltdown. The meeting is to take place on September 10th, the same day Bloomberg News has learned that Apple will unveil the latest iPhones, watches, and AirPods. Investors think the economy's been ready for an interest rate cut, and now the chair of the Federal Reserve thinks so as well. Jay Powell told the Fed's annual gathering in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, that the time has come. Wall Street was so welcoming of the Fed chief's validation, we saw the Dow reach for a new high a couple times. And these gains looked pretty good, too. The Dow up 462 points. The NASDAQ up 258. The S&P up 64. And the week's gains top 1%. With Money News at 25 and 55 on WCBS. I'm Bloomberg's Tracy Jonke.
This is the WCBS 880 News Late Edition. One more time on behalf of producer Lou Zambrana, I'm Levon Putney. Thanks for listening.
Time for WCBS traffic and weather together.
And there's a few spots you want to avoid. Northbound 95 by Country Club Road in the Bronx, roadwork. Whitestone Bridge, Bronx bound, there's a crash knocking out a lane. Go with the Throgs Neck, but if you use the Throgs Neck, go to the service road before you get to that roadwork over in the Bronx by Country Club Road. Inbound George Washington Bridge, 3 lanes are still knocked out on that upper level. That's still causing delays. The crash investigation is still out there on the northbound West Side Highway by exit 14. They're going to divert you by 13 onto Riverside Drive, so be prepared. Lincoln Tunnel's in good shape. Holland Tunnel heading back to New Jersey has reopened. Look out for delays on the Pulaski Skyway in both directions. Andre Ferro, WCBS Traffic Center.
The weekend kicks off with clear skies much of the time early this morning, with a rather comfortable start to the day once again on the way down to a low of 66 in Midtown, but 50s for the coolest northern and western suburbs, ahead of a rather sunny day later today with warmer conditions as the high reaches 83. We'll have partly cloudy skies Saturday night, but it stays dry with a low of 67. And despite it turning a bit more humid on Sunday, it remains generally comfortable with some sunshine and a high of 85. The humidity does build for Monday, though, with partial sunshine. It will stay warm with an afternoon thunderstorm around and a high of 83. Then it remains humid into Tuesday as well with a blend of clouds and sunshine. There can be a shower in a couple of spots with a high of 81.
When you need to know why, when it matters most.
Tom Kaminsky, Chopper 880.
Certainly looks like an in the office Wednesday here at the inbound Lincoln Holland and GWB. We're averaging 45 minutes plus everywhere that we look.
Only WCBS has traffic reports from Tom Kaminsky and Chopper 880. Listen weekday mornings here on WCBS 880 News. WCBS 880 News. Hear every Mets game, plus the news, traffic, and weather you need every day. Count on WCBS and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Stacey Lynn.